keep on going and going and have fun with it, and you'll arrive with a good results.
But we did say we wanted it to have a musical feel to it.
Even the clients were kind of worried if we will hit the target.
Brands like soap or detergent. But here we're selling tech. Hey, what's up? This is Vince from wheninmanil.com, sharing with you guys some ads that I truly loved, some ads that did really, really well, so we can hopefully learn from the people who created them, and hopefully you can be the next big ad executive to create that global Philippine ad that really changes the industry. And this one gave a lot of people LSS, amongst other things, but this one is the ABS-CBN TVplus ad, headed up by Tay. So Tay, for people not familiar, please, what is that?
First of all, ABS-CBN TVplus, it's a box. It's called
The Black Box.
the
Mahiwagang Black
ang
Box.
Mahiwagang Black Box.
That's really what it's called.
Yes.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Sorry, that is-
and then
No, that's not the technical name.
Oh.
It's just
Yes.
they branded it Mahiwagang Black Box. I think it was
Ed Filon.
Ed Pilon who branded it the Mahiwagang Black Box. But the technical term for that is the DTT, Digital Terrestrial Channels. Which you connect,
Still DDT.
which you connect to the television so that you can get clear reception.
Okay.
So the brief of the client was to sell that box to the CD market because the people who have cable, who are used to clear reception, maybe take for granted the fact that we can watch any channel and we get good reception anytime. But for the majority of the Filipinos, they watch TV with a very slow reception, believe it or not. And they only make do with
Video noise.
2-3 channels, and that's how they consume entertainment during that time. But with DTT, with the Mahiwagang Black Box, you can enjoy clear reception and additional channels. So how do we sell that? One is a celebrity will sell, and second is a song and dance number, because that sort of captures the good news that there's this new thing that they can enjoy for the whole family. So we tapped Sarah Geronimo. Is that our choice, or was that?
She was also given, I think.
Yeah. So how
Yes.
did we come up with the mga kapitbahay?
Well, one, because since Sarah was a talent, we knew she could sing. And we thought that, to maximize her and, use her the best way possible, would make her sing, But we didn't just want an ordinary jingle. We wanted the whole thing to feel like a musical. So the whole spot felt like a musical production number, very much like what you would see in old Broadway, old musicals, like, Singing in the Rain, kind of, I'm not sure if you're familiar. I have, but that Jane Kelly era where, they would sing everything, so that kind. And what we did was we let, Sarah sing the whole thing and let the entire neighborhood come to life and show how this Mahiwagang Black Box just, ushers in a new way of watching TV. Literally marching into town. Yeah. So, big production number. So,
And is it safe to call this a jingle?
well, we call it a musical because we did musicals after that, Talents were always singing and dancing and, parading around our spots. But this one, it being ABS-CBN, was airing like 20 times a day. I don't know how much, but the entire Philippines was singing the
That's the LSS effect.
because it was just, the song was just in our heads. It was of, the amount of media it got, So, thankfully, the song was present enough to, listen to it repeatedly. But talagang everybody knew the song by heart because it was just,
That's why we also got not a commercial jingle
arranger.
but someone from the theater.
Yes, we got like a musical director to arrange the song so that it really sounds a little more like a Broadway song
Okay.
than your typical jingle.
So other than a song in a commercial becoming LSS and it being stuck in your head, how do agencies nowadays measure success of a campaign?
Was the sales in the box?
Okay.
It just,
Okay.
flew out of the stores.
We thought that it was gonna be difficult to hit the target of 1 million box
Because it was a bit
1 million boxes for
it was very pricey at that.
it was 2,499 that you sell to a broad sea market. It
Okay.
was very difficult.
Yeah.
And even the clients were kind of worried if we will hit the target. But in 2 months, it became the fastest selling item
In the appliance store.
in appliance stores. And they were able to sell, of course, over the years, a total of 7 million boxes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think what makes this unique is because you sort of use jingles and musicals for brands like soap or detergent. But here we're selling tech. When you look at it, it's a tech product. And how do you now sell tech to the mass market? So that's, I guess, the beautiful challenge for this one. Selling something like a shift in behavior and trying to embrace tech and welcoming tech into your houses using that spot. So I think that's what the challenge was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And adding to Ross, we're talking about tech, which admittedly can be a bit boring when you educate people about it. But, putting that spin of making it musical really, just made it more palatable and easily understood by, the audience.
Okay, I'm actually surprised because ABS-CBN's a television channel. I'm surprised they didn't have an in-house creative team to make their ads.
They do. They do. But for some campaigns, they really pitch to
Okay.
Yeah, to agents.
I think the big ones, they have a picture.
because they have so much content to work on. So their in-house production are also busy with some other stuff.
But we did collaborate with their in-house creative team. Yeah.
And a lot of them, most of the stuff they do really is to merchandise their own shows.
Yes.
So this one being a product sell,
Right.
was I think pitched to agencies.
So good.
Yeah.
So can you walk me through that a bit? How did that process work? Working, collaborating with a channel, or how did you get this account? Maybe we can share with the people watching.
First of all, we actually knew the clients that were in charge of this product, and we kind of like had old relationship with them already, and they tapped us, they knew us, and I suppose they knew our work, so they asked us to take a crack at it, and be part of the pitch process with other agencies as well. And then when we were shortlisted, and then they came back to us with their comments, that was when we came back with a proposal of the musical. And when we managed somehow to put all the product features and all the sell into that song, and made it memorable, they loved the idea. And then
you prepare the song with the pitch?
yes, well, in this case, I think we just went to them with the lyrics. But we did say we wanted it to have a musical feel to it, so it's not just your ordinary jingle that's playing in the background with vignettes independently happening, This one, you would see the talents really sing this song, as you play it, and so it felt more like a movie that way.
And
So
how did your team come about the idea of a musical? Are any of you in theater or anything like that, or how did this come about?
I personally love music.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the inspiration for that. And like I said, Sarah, being a great singer, contributed to that as well. Because I don't know if we could have pulled it off. If it was anybody who didn't sing as well. So that kind of like all came together very well. And then when we shot the whole thing, we also had great on-ground talent.
Yeah.
You know, and when we were shooting it, somehow it kind of like gave it more, life, and it was more animated, and it was just an instant hit.
You were one of the dancers, right?
Way, way the back.
Yeah. But see us from the
Yeah.
Okay, so
a lot of the support talents in that campaign also came from the theater.
Theater, yeah.
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 Yep.
So it must have been a very, very fun shoot.
It was.
Sure.
It was, yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we can come to some insights and some tips for people coming up, wanting to come up with something as successful, hoping to sell that next mystery box, 1 million copies of that mystery box in a few months.
For ABS-CBN, I think the important thing is you should be able to connect to the audience. You have to know what they want and make sure that you come up with a message that appeals to them and an execution that would appeal to that kind of market. And it's the same for all the other brands that we handle. You really have to know your target market very well and be able to come up with an insight that would really, tug at the heart, make them remember your brand and remember your message.
I think your personal passions also have an influence in what you do. So, for instance, if you're, like I said, I particularly love musicals. And if that's something you feel, and it will inevitably show in your creative work, what your passions are and how you can use those actually to enhance the creative idea, to even come up with a creative idea. It's good to widen and open your mind to a lot of things that can contribute to making an idea more interesting, executing it better. So most of us, we love movies, comic books. Ross is a writer, children's books writer. Ting is an avid reader, Maki is
Japanese.
yeah, exactly, and Rena was a swimmer.
Yeah,
But no, all these things, they come into play.
yeah. Exposure is very important. You don't just learn about advertising, but you learn about other disciplines that are not necessarily related to advertising. Because sometimes you pull at those disciplines at the most unexpected times. And to be a really great fan of pop culture.
Yep.
And for me to add, I think you just need to play around and have fun with it.
Yeah.
And don't stop with just the first thought. You just keep on going and have fun with it, and you'll arrive with a good result.
Okay, thank you so much. So there you go. Some ads that really, really stood out. Some ads I enjoyed, tried to learn from, so that for future advertising executives out there, maybe some input for you, some insights, something you can learn from. So this one did really well. ABS-CBN's TVplus were able to sell millions of those black boxes in a few months, headed by a lot of people on this table and Tay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.